Good. Okay. Okay. Onegaishimasu.
Onegaishimasu.
Okay, correct. We'll loosen up a little bit. Right, and taking it front. Great, and side to side. Okay, great, rotating. Take it to a wave. And just mix in for any more directions, any way you like. Yeah.
Great. Just take it into the head, so just chin it up. Taking this into the chest. Go left to right. It's a shoulder. Thinking circles. Changing direction. Bit of weight onto the side. The opposite shoulder. The other side. To the back. Curling down to the chest. To the top. Yeah, that one more time. To the top. Okay, similar thing, just working with the arms, they're coming out to the back. Out.
Curling forwards, bringing the arms out. And then open it up. And coming forwards. To the back. Now. Good. Forwards. Good. Elbows to the back. Circle the hips.
Let's change. And come to the knees. Coming down. Stretching back. Taking it to circles. Changing direction. Okay, looking at the ankles. Circling off the ground. Good. Straighten the toes. Right. Okay, pressing the heel down. Gently into the toe. Changing sides. The ground. Good. Okay, straighten through the toes. Okay, everyone, sides of the feet. Good, raise into the toes. And back down onto the heels. Good. Press the big toe down. Good. Pressing the toes down, bringing the big toe up. Good. And then just pressing your weight into one side again, just with the foot forward, just so you're in the ball of the foot and the toes. And as if you're kind of grabbing with the foot, so you're kind of grasping. So if you kind of pick something up with the foot, so the toes kind of together, and the heels just off the ground. Just that. So just spreading and then grasping with the foot. Good. And then changing the foot to the side. Good. Okay, let's go into the hands. So just spreading out the fingertips. Good, and then here just pressing the fingertips together, just pulsing into the fingers. Closing at the knuckles to the top. And the same kind of making a claw shape. So you're spreading the fingers, drawing the fingers towards the hand. Good, and then making fists. Okay, great, shaking them out. Rolling down the arms. Shaking the legs. Feel the whole body. Okay, perfect. Great. We will do some Jo today. Just do a little bit of rotation work. So working in the center. Yeah, let's find the center line. Roll into the changing sides every so often. Working out with an extension. Just changing the sides. And take it to the right. One hand. Alternating the hand. Good. Okay, we'll take it going over the shoulder, taking it the elbow, and going through underneath. Shoulders to the back. Good, and then just cut it to the forearm. Just dropping, changing up the grids. Right. Okay, take it over to the back. Changing at the spine. and then changing at the top. Yeah, just let it pass in a circle, so changing it. Using the back, go to the top, change at the back. Top. As the journey travels along the way, in the body. Just change direction itself. Yeah, and just mix them in all freely. Just kind of let the jet pass around the body. Perfect. Great. We'll just take this into a ski and just change inside this time. So you've got the thrust in, change at the top of the head, and back into Kamae. Big open movement to the top. Sinking into the Kamae. Good. Could we just do this both ways? Working with a ski Joran Gaishi, we're coming up to the top, change at the top of the head, Yeah, and then from here, just rotate it to the back. Same there. Yeah. Rotating. Shake. Great. So we'll take a look at the hand. So just start with the first one with the strike. So you come in back, rolling back into the foot, finding the top, and then striking in this one. Roll back for the hassa. Come up, find the center line, cutting down. Great. Take it to 15, working with the skis. So you again find the hassa, let it drop, shift it, find the back. And then this is the one that comes back up to the top, rotates up with the thumb down. So you go back, rest in, roll back. Twist in, roll back. Great, 16, go to Shido. So you've got again this, that's up to the top. Now let this fold down, drop the weight down, and then this hand just collects the jaw at the back. So you go back, fold over, press back. So Hasapeshi Ushirovski.
Morning, Michael.
Good morning. Okay, good. The same thing we looked at yesterday with the ski, with the Ushirovski as well. You want to be quite direct with it. So this is, and again, it's quite an easy thing to happen in this one. As I go back, the body kind of rotates out with the jaw this way, and the jaw ends up going in this kind of direction. But think with this one, you want to kind of pass the body back. So this move here is quite important. You drop the weight in, and I'm thinking about sinking into the front foot. Again, it's like a kind of Morotadori movement. Now both hips are going to go back into that space this way. So it's not that the arms don't extend, but it's that the jaw doesn't kind of stick out to the body and then pull the body into a rotation. So just think about from this position, the body's now going to pass back and you press out this way. So it's quite a direct movement. This is important later for the Kinanagari because the body needs to be kind of spreading back. So think about opening the back hip without it pulling the rest of the body with it. So you're doing like this kind of movement. Basically your attention stays forward. Yeah. To the back. That's it. Hello. Here we go. So, yeah, good. Great. Okay, we'll go to Shiro Uchi, so striking to the rear. Number 17 goes to the top. This one, release, sink into that foot. You adjust it, and then you come over the top, striking this way, and you readjust that back foot. Here, change, drop the weight in. So it's a low strike. Goes towards the knee. Dropping the weight in. Back. change, drop the weight in. Acceleration, Bushido, Uchi. Yeah, so this one's a tricky one as well because I don't want the hips to pull back with this one. So let's see, just watch this. As you do this one, you go to here, and then what I don't want to happen is that the hips go this way, and then the body's doing this. So I'm kind of pulling the body apart as I do it. So when you do this one, just take your time, especially with the basic one. Really plant this foot down, and I want to feel that this hip sinks. The hip sinks to this foot as you drop the weight in. And then open this foot up, and then the hips are actually doing this kind of motion. So I want the hips to go like entering with the strike. So you imagine that kind of movement rather than that kind of movement where the hips kind of pull out of it. So it's like a really tricky version of like a Zengo rotation. So that and then that. But I need the body to be kind of spiraling in and not kind of pulling back with the hips. Okay, you did a try. So drop into the hips, let that foot open out. So that's it. Yeah, okay. That's it. Nice. Yeah, good. Good. Good, we'll go to the 𝒊𝒂𝒂, so Hatsugeshi Shirobai. Do this in just in 3 moves. So just to kind of get the movement goes here, and then the second movement, then you're adjusting that front foot. This, let the jaw kind of come to the body this time. So over the top of the head, just coming out to the side. And then from here, this foot swings back. Draw the jaw down with it this way. The key thing with this is getting this kind of connection with the hip. So just take your time with it. Coming here, 1, 2, find that new direction, and then 3, release the jaw through. So I'm gonna feel again like the hips are kind of dragging the jaw rather than the jaw dragging the body. So this one, 1, 2, find that adjustment, and then 3, coil to the back that way. So just in 3. So nice. Good. And then just taking it slowly, and that second move now into one. So this up to the top, and then you coil, spiral to the back with the jaw. Casting the jaw out, the tip of the jaw out. This. Then you've got that same thing, the hips are kind of spiraling back and down. Pressing the space behind you. And down into it. One. Two.
Michael, can I see your feet, please?
Feet.
Yes, please. Thank you.
So, change here. Wait. And then here, adjust. Roll back. Back. Change.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Great. So we'll try taking these into the kinenagari form. So to be super slow, we'll just start with the first one with the strike, and then we'll, if we can go to them, we'll go to these last two because the pattern's the same for these. So the key to this now is this: you roll over, this hand slides down, and as I do it, I draw the jaw to the center line, and I take the hand at the top this way. So the same hand transitions happen. So from here to this. To this, they just all happen on the move now. So here, this. So it's nice and slow. You want this kind of thick connection. This hand starts to move, takes the jaw, and then this hand's free to slide down to the stroke. Let's go one, change two. One, change two. Comes through that way. Give it a try. The key is just also this hand. So obviously the way that the left hand takes, but there's a moment where this hand needs to kind of open out. So you've got this kind of motion happening with it. So take this really slow, goes here. Now from this point, this hand needs to open now, and I need to switch it on the weapon. You can't see. So this, and then as it comes through, this hand is opening out. It's doing that on the weapon. So you're doing this movement at the top this way. So it's really like a kind of hockey movement of it, and I need this hand to be taken so that I can freely open that hand out. But you're doing like that kind of motion at the top of it. So like when we do kaikenai, like that kind of motion with it. So it's a different level of contact that you've got in the from that to that, from the basic to that. that kind of motion. So it's much more flexible with the contact. Here, there. It slices it. Yeah. Oops. So at 19, similar. We'll go to 20 because it involves this kind of big rotation. It's the same coordination with the handwork. But you go now here. Now this, what you do at in the basic is like this kind of draw to the shoulder and cast that. This change is all going to happen now above the head. So this. So the jaw is kind of rotating for a section of it, just above the top of the head. And again, I've got this hand grasping the jaw as this one opens out and switches position on the weapon. So again, you've got this motion, but it's going to take this form now. It's going out that way. But again, you've got a moment where that hand is free and rotating through the weapon that way. You follow it there. That changes now here. So. So yeah, there's this kind of soft contact happening with it. So just if you want, play with this. The hands kind of stay open on the jaw, so it's like this, and I'm not really taking the jaw. I'm just kind of guiding it through the movement. So the main thing is feel the kind of balance points in the jaw because the tendency is to kind of get it, take it, and pull the jaw around. But yeah, I want to draw the jaw into my axis basically in the rotation. So just play with this. Try as light as you can with the jaw. This, and I'm basically balancing it into the floor and rolling it around. But try this with a very light grip. So it's contact gets connected, but very lightly with the hands.
Michael, are you facing the opposite direction when you finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I start this way, and then shake. Face that way. Yeah, to this one. So this is used as like a sweep, as like a clearing movement. So there's people behind me, or it's used in an attacking movement. It's used as someone behind me, or I need to step in and kind of strike this way. So it's used as a sweeping movement to people behind you.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Good. Okay, great. We'll continue this more. There's some more details with this one. So, and there's the other superheroes are kind of interesting. And go to Kindergarten. So we'll look at them tomorrow as well. Yeah. Great. どうもありがとうございました。
どうもありがとうございました。Thank you.
We're good.